Riots, riots all around, but none that'll make a difference. Riots, riots all around. People trudging through the towns. It's not going to make a difference. You know, despite what happens this weekend, most likely, in the Trayvon Martin situation with Mr. Zimmerman, George Zimmerman, it's looking like it will be a finding of not guilty or, an acquittal. Possibly a manslaughter, but still I think that the self-defense has been clearly proven. But we have organizers now that are out there telling people to not riot, which we know is kind of code for get ready to get out there and whoop some A. And what the heck is the Obama administration? This came out from Judicial Watch yesterday. What the heck is the Obama administration and the Department of Justice with Eric Holder? It got released now that the Department of Justice sent organizers and facilitators down to Sanford after this shooting to help organize protests against George Zimmerman. I mean, this sounds a lot like Cleveland, how President Obama's got this little chip on his shoulder, and he's always taken the favor of the African American. Whatever happened to being, a believer in justice? That's the question. And so now the news is reporting that in Sanford and Miami and a few other cities there are strategic response teams getting put together for the possibility of riots in the cities when the verdict comes down, which will most likely be this weekend. They're saying closing arguments will wrap up tomorrow, and then the jury shouldn't take that long, but they will deliberate through the weekend. And then the response is going to happen. Now, I don't understand the point. I understand if people feel like they have been wronged or whatever. But rioting and burning things and violence and guns has never accomplished anything. You put in a comment field down there one time where that has accomplished something. Now, I'm not talking about war. We're talking, there are legitimate reasons for war, to defend a country or something like that. But in these social situations, rioting on the streets is not going to bring about anything. It's meant to put pressure on government officials. And in this Trayvon Martin situation, I've been watching this trial from the beginning to end. And, I have to ask a few questions. Why was there a meeting of the police investigators and Martin's family and the mayor? Okay? In the mayor's office. I mean, are you kidding me? What's the mayor doing involved in this? And then we find out the Department of Justice had people down there as well. It started to look a lot to me that Barack Hussein Obama and his Justice Department, with their little Eric Holder as his little right-hand man over there, they both have this chip on their shoulder, and it appears to me that they had a hand in organizing these protests and this racial element, along with NBC News that doctored the 911 tape. By the way, that's another lie. I'm still hearing people, calling into shows talking about that. That George Zimmerman said, this guy looks like he's up to no good. He looks black. That is not what was said. And when you listen to the whole 911 tape, there's no racist element about this. And then today, I couldn't believe it. Even on Fox News, I heard during the commentary during the trial, here, one of the guys says, well, if Zimmerman had not got out of his truck like the police told him to. Whoa, wait, what? Repeat that? Yeah, this guy says that the police told Zimmerman to not get out of his truck. Lie. Big lie. And I'm tired of hearing it. Look it up. Research it, people. He was never told not to get out of his truck. Okay? In fact, you listen to the call, and the 911 operator says, which way is he going? And Zimmerman says, SHIT, he's running. Starts going the other way. So Zimmerman gets out and he starts walking in that direction to be able to tell the 911 operator which way he went. 911 says, we don't need you to follow him. Zimmerman says, okay. And within 6 or 7 seconds, guess what? He slows down. You don't hear the, wind anymore. And he stopped following him like he was supposed to. And then he's going to get, he ends up getting jumped here. But come on, aren't we more civilized than this? Okay, any child can throw a temper tantrum when they don't get their way. But let's have peace here, Not that my little video is going to make a difference. But maybe other people repeating the same message will. Okay, and again, I'm not a racist. Watch any of my other videos, you'll see that. Okay? But I am greatly concerned that the African American community, if this doesn't turn out to be a guilty verdict, is going to riot. And and that's just because of what's been going on in the background and because of history. Now I understand there's been injustices and I understand there's been wrongs done, and I got that. But it's no excuse to have violence or rioting. You want to make a difference, you speak up. You use your voice. You contact legislators. You contact government officials, city officials. You make the points clearly and normally among your peers and your friends and your coworkers. And you say, this is why I think it's wrong. And you get passionate about it, and you get on YouTube, and you get on other sites and Facebook and everything, and you start making your points, and you make a difference. Change minds. That's what changes things. Change hearts. Then behaviors change. Rioting's not going to do anything. And the Barack Obama administration putting their hand in this mess. Wow, his son, he looked like Trayvon. You just tried to inflame people. Is out of control. It's uncalled for, it's out of control, and it's not how a government should run. This government has been so corrupt in so many things. Benghazi, the cover-up going on there. Solyndra, all that stuff that was happening with all that money. The fact that the stock market is blooming right now, doing fantastic, while Main Street is falling apart. And people are out of work and losing jobs. But stock market's higher than ever. It's at 14,000. Oh, it's doing fantastic. Higher than it's ever been. Oh, everything's fine. Yeah, for the stockholders and the government people, but not for the regular guy. All these czars that Obama put in place that didn't have to have congressional approval. Then you got the IRS scandal where they're targeting conservatives and Tea Party people. What is going on here? I mean, the cover-ups are ridiculous. And now we're finding out that the Department of Justice had a nice big hand in this racial division. And then they released this report that apparently cops have been mistreating minorities in Miami. That came out like 2 days ago. Why are you going to release that report now, at the height of the Zimmerman trial? Just to add to it? Is this administration trying to cause distress, trying to cause division? I believe they are. And the question is why? Why are they trying to stir up hatred and cause division? I don't know. This judge, Judge Nelson, in the Zimmerman trial, you guys know I've got an issue with her. She was at it again today. But instead of the, ooh, Mr. Prosecutor, ooh, Mr. De La Ronda, Mr. Guy, ooh, Mr. Manti, ooh, I love you, ooh, today, she's gonna stick to yelling at the defense attorneys. There wasn't one channel, one commentary, one lawyer, one judge that I heard that said what she did yesterday was appropriate when she was trying to get George Zimmerman to say if he was going to testify or not. The defense hadn't even rested yet, so they haven't made that decision yet. And she basically backed him into a corner, and his attorneys are trying to say they object to it, and she's yelling at him. Overruled! Prosecution. Defense overruled. Unbelievable. And then the defense attorney, West, is trying to explain how they've been working 12-hour days, and they can't keep up that pace. And as he's talking about this, what does she do? She walks away, just walks off the bench. Like, yeah, that's real judicial. That's really good. This judge, I'll tell you, whenever she comes up again for election, I believe she does. It's not the Supreme Court here. Over in Sanford, in that area, please vote her out. Vote her out. If it's anything like Hillsborough, you can vote them in and out. Vote her out. I'm not too familiar with that process, but come on. The bias is absolutely ridiculous here. Let's look at the evidence straightforward. You really tell me there's proof of ill will? Because George Zimmerman went out and was trying to assist the police in catching somebody who may have been trying to rob the neighborhood, which had just happened 8 times prior to that, fitting the same description? That's ill will? Darn birds keep pooping on my car, those effing birds. Ooh, does that mean I have ill will against the birds? Do I want to go out and shoot them? No, I'm frustrated with the birds that keep pooping on my car. The other day I had like a squadron of them, just unbelievable. Every car next to mine, no, it's fine. But my car, no, I got 9 freaking bullseyes of crap across the hood of my car. Now, what is that? You see the point I'm making? Just because George Zimmerman was saying these effing punks always get away, and no NBC TV, he didn't say coons, he said punks, as in kids, teenagers causing trouble, always get away. That's what he said. So I'm showing frustration with the birds. Does that mean I want to go out and look for, birds to shoot and kill? No, absolutely not. I'm frustrated with them because the birds always get away with it. But that's the state's theory that all these people getting away with these things is what put ill will in the mind of George Zimmerman. That's what he used, and he went out looking to shoot an unarmed black kid who wasn't Trayvon Martin, cute little kid. No, it was Trayvon Martin. 5'11", 185 pounds. That's really what the ill will is, which is what you need for second-degree murder? You got to be kidding me! Should have seen them today. The state, 7:30 this morning, shoots an email over to the defense and says, "By the way, we're changing the lesser-included charges. And here's all the case law." They're supposed to be in court at like 9. What, an hour and a half to research all the case law, come up with a rebuttal? There wasn't even time for this. If he gets convicted of anything, it will be reversed on appeal. Mark my words on that. It'll be reversed on appeal. There's 6 different areas now this can be reversed. 1 is the bias of the judge. 2 is not letting the defense properly prepare to defend their client. Then there's her making the client answer questions, before he's had a chance to fully talk with his attorneys. You can't do that. I mean, there's a lot of different areas that this is going to be reversed on appeal if he turns out guilty. But this judge is getting on my nerves, We got to wake up, people. What is going on in this country? Is this what it comes down to? That people are going to act on emotion only? Whatever happened to using our brains, using our insights, using our thoughts and our life experiences and putting that with facts? Whatever happened to faith and goodness and love and making decisions based upon those things? Now we just get mad about something and we're going to go riot now? We're going to go yell at people and attack people? Just here in my neighborhood, I had, just a couple days ago, we had a 7-Eleven clerk stabbed to death. And then just yesterday, we had someone open the back door of a bar here in Tampa and throw a bomb inside the back door of a bar on Bush Boulevard, right near Busch Gardens, as a matter of fact. What the heck is going on? We got to wake up, people, and get our heads straight. Research the facts and use common sense and get it right. Because riots today are going to produce nothing tomorrow. So let's strive for peace. Do another video when the verdict comes down, and we'll discuss more then. Until then, I appreciate you watching. This is Midnight Runner from the Midnight Runner Show. We're talking to you guys soon. Take care. Stay peaceful. Stay safe. And God bless.